Hello everyone, it's Missy. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought it would be fun to share some bubble hairstyles. I've been seeing these all over Instagram, so I put together a few different styles. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite. Make sure to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and let's get started. The first hairstyle that I decided to do is the low ponytail, and since all of the cool kids are doing center parts now, I'm going to do a center part, but I'm actually going to cheat and place mine a little bit off center. This is a little more flattering for my particular face shape. And then I'm going to divide out some hair from around my face just to help frame it, and this will soften the style and just help keep it a little bit more casual. So then I'm going to combine the rest of my hair together at the nape of my neck and tie it off using a hairband. You could make this a really sleek style and use gel to help smooth down the hair at the crown. I like having some volume in my styles, so I'm just going to pinch and pull on small pieces of hair to help add some height to the top of my ponytail. Next, I'm going to take this little topsy tail tool and slide it through the hairband until it stops at the looped section at the top. And this is such a cool trick. I should have been doing this the whole time, but I'm going to divide off a small piece of hair from my ponytail and then wrap it around the hairband a couple of times. Then what I'm going to do is wrap this little end through the looped part of the tool and then hold it down so it doesn't flip back through. And I'm going to pull the tool the rest of the way down through the hairband, and this will pull these ends of the wrapped piece underneath the hairband so it'll stay in place and you won't need to use any bobby pins. It's so cool. I absolutely love it. So now I'm going to continue the bubble portion of the ponytail. So I'm just going to grab a clear elastic band and wrap it over the ponytail a few inches down from the first hairband. You can put it really close or a little bit farther away. It will just make the bubble sections really small or bigger depending on the look that you want to go for. And then to help the little bubble section show up better, I'm going to pinch the hair and pull it out of the elastic just a little bit. This will make it fuller and bigger so it will show up better. And then I'm going to cover the elastic with another small section of hair. So I'm using the little tool again. So I'm going to slide the tool under the elastic and then divide off a small piece of hair and wrap it around the elastic band. Then holding the end, I'm going to bring this through the loop, and then I'm just going to continue pulling the tool down so it slides through the elastic and pulls the little ends underneath the elastic so they stay in place. For my particular length of hair, I decided to do 3 total bubble sections. So I'm just going to repeat those same steps twice more, wrapping a clear elastic band a few inches down from the one above it, and then pull on small sections of hair in between the elastics to make the bubble sections fuller. And then I'm just going to wrap a small piece of hair around the elastic band to help cover it up. And each time I did use the topsy tail tool. You don't need to cover the elastics. In fact, it's easier not to, and you can definitely use a bobby pin or another elastic if that's easier too. I've done this technique on multiple hairstyles and this works really well, so that's another alternative. The second hairstyle is a half-up version, and I'm going to start with my hair parted on the left side. You can really part it wherever you prefer. Then I'm going to divide out the hair that I'll be using for the style. So starting at my ears, I'm going to draw a line up towards the crown of my head, and then I'm going to divide out some hair to frame my face like usual, just to help soften the look. I really like doing this. Then I'm just going to use a clear elastic band and tie off this top section of hair. I'm also using a medium hold hairspray to smooth down any flyaways or pieces that are sticking out. I really like using a medium hold hairspray just because it helps control the hair without making it sticky and too stiff to work with. That's how it can be a lot of the time with a firm hold hairspray, so I try not to use those till I'm completely done, and I'll use it at the very end. So now I'm going to hide the elastic band, and I'm using the same trick as before. So I'm tucking the topsy tail tool under the elastic band, and then I'm going to wrap a small piece of hair around the elastic and then wrap it through the looped section of the tool. And then I'm just going to pull the end of the tool downwards so the looped section goes through the elastic, and this will pull the end of the wrapped piece through the elastic as well, and this will help it stay in place so it doesn't unravel. And then I'm just going to tie another elastic band a few inches down from the first one, and then gently pinch and pull on the hair in between the two elastic bands to make the bubble a little fuller. And then I'm going to wrap another section of hair around the elastic band again, using the Topsy Tail tool to secure it in place. And now I'm going to repeat the same steps as before and create one more bubble section of the hairstyle. Depending on the length of your hair and how big you want your bubble sections to be, you can create more or less for a different type of vibe. I only created 2 for this particular half up version, but I also think it would have looked so cute with 3 smaller bubble sections as well. The third hairstyle is a mohawk version, so for this style I'm going to start by brushing my hair straight back from my forehead. Then I'm going to divide off my first section, so I'm going to place my hands above both of my ears and then draw a line straight up towards the top of my head. I have a lot of little broken baby hairs, so I'm going to use my medium hold hairspray again and make sure to brush through this section just to help smooth it down and keep the hairstyle a little bit cleaner. Then using another clear elastic band, I'm going to tie off this section right at the top of my head. And I decided not to cover the elastic bands on this particular style, so I'm going to move right into dividing off my next section of hair. So starting above my ears again, I'm going to draw another line up towards the crown of my head, kind of at a diagonal this time, so I'm creating kind of a triangle shape, but I want to make sure the section stays only a few inches away from the first elastic band, just so my bubble sections stay about the same size. And I am going to smooth down the section with my comb and then just tie it off with another elastic band. And now I'm going to make the bubble section a little bigger like usual, and when doing this part, it's important to only pull on the hair that is coming from the first elastic band. If you pull on all of the hair, then the hair coming into the elastic from the sides of the head can get too loose and it will kind of bump out a little bit. So make sure that it's just the hair coming from the first elastic. And then once that's done and I like the size of my bubble, I'm going to divide off the next section of hair. So starting at the ears again, I'm going to create another diagonal line up towards the back of my head this time, a few inches down from the elastic above it, and then tie off this new section. Then I'm going to go back over the hair in between the 2 elastics, of course, and carefully pinch and pull on the hair to make the bubble fuller. When I was doing this, I wanted to make sure that the bubbles stayed the same size each time, so I'm just going to make sure to look at the first bubble as I'm pulling on the second bubble to make sure that it doesn't get bigger. Of course, it could look really cool if you did decide to have them get gradually larger as you go. Now I'm going to combine the remaining hair left over and tie it all together into one final ponytail at the nape of my neck. And then I'm going to pinch and pull on the hair like before and make the bubble section bigger so it'll be the same size as the previous 2 sections. And at this point, I decided to stop creating bubble sections so the hair would be in a cool mohawk style ponytail. You could do more or less if you wanted, depending on the look you were going for. I personally love this look and would definitely wear this to the gym or really just as an everyday hairstyle. The last hairstyle is a high ponytail version, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to include this style because it's very similar to the first style, but I did do 4 bubble sections in this one, so I decided to go for it. And I personally love to wear high ponytails. So for this style, I'm going to brush all of my hair up to the crown of my head and then tie it off with a hairband. I decided not to cover the hair bands again on this style, so I'm just going to continue tying elastic bands down the length of my ponytail, a few inches apart from each other, and then of course pull on the hair in between to help make the bubble sections fuller. I really liked the way this looked, but once I was done, I didn't really think about the fact that the top hairband was black and all the other ones were clear, which kind of bothered me. So then I decided to re-tie each of the sections again using black elastic bands just so they would all match. This is such a quick and easy hairstyle though, and it's a very cool girl hairstyle at the moment. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section which of the hairstyles was your favorite. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new and click that notification bell so you never miss any future videos. And I will see you next time.